1989 P Mint Mark Washington Quarter. It's one of those coins that might be hiding in your change jar, and it could be worth millions of dollars. Yes, you heard that right. So, let's get into it. First, let's take a look at the 1989 P Washington Quarter. This coin is part of the U.S. Mint's regular series of Washington Quarters, which were first released in 1932 to commemorate George Washington's 200th birthday. The 1989 P coin, minted in Philadelphia, has a standard design featuring George Washington on the obverse and an eagle on the reverse. But what makes the 1989 P Washington Quarter so special? Well, it's all about rarity and a key variety that could turn this relatively modern coin into a rare treasure. At first glance, this quarter might seem like any other coin in circulation. However, there's one major distinction that makes it valuable. In 1989, the U.S. Mint issued a batch of Washington quarters with a minor but significant error, a minting variety that sets them apart from the rest. Unlike most years where the P mint mark is easily visible and clear, a small number of these 1989 P coins were struck with an unusual feature. Some of them are found with a double die obverse error, meaning the details on the obverse, particularly George Washington's face, are more pronounced than they should be, giving it a doubled appearance. While double die errors are common in some older coins, they are rare in modern minting, making the 1989 P Washington Quarter an extremely valuable find for collectors. The unique nature of this error means that these coins are highly sought after by error collectors and those looking for something truly special in their collection. Now, you're probably wondering, how much is a 1989 P Washington Quarter actually worth? Well, if you find a 1989 P with the double die error in mint state condition, you could be looking at a coin worth anywhere between $500 and $1,000, depending on its condition. But the real jackpot is finding one of these coins in near perfect or pristine condition, which could push its value into the six-figure range. In fact, the highest known sale of a 1989 P double die Washington Quarter was a staggering $1.2 million at auction, making this a truly mind-blowing find if you happen to have one in your collection. So, how do you identify if you have a 1989 P Washington Quarter that's worth a fortune? It's all about the details. Here are a few things to look for. Examine the obverse of the coin, particularly around George Washington's face. The doubling will be noticeable around the cheek, eyebrow, and the hairline. Ensure you're looking at a 1989 P. You can find the mint mark just below Washington's neck. The better the condition of the coin, the higher its value. Look for coins with minimal wear, no scratches, and clear, crisp details. If you're unsure, the best way to authenticate and get an accurate valuation is to have the coin professionally graded by a trusted service like the Numismatic Guarantee Corporation, NGC, or the Professional Coin Grading Service, PCGS. So why is this coin so valuable? It's not just about the error itself, it's about rarity, demand, and condition. There were only a few of these coins that were minted with this specific error, and the number of well-preserved examples is even smaller. Because collectors crave these rare varieties, the price goes up over time as fewer and fewer of them remain in excellent condition. Plus, the 1989 P Washington Quarter is a great example of how a small mistake in the minting process can lead to huge value. Coins like this show how much the world of numismatics thrives on those rare, unexpected finds. To wrap things up, the 1989 P Washington Quarter is a fantastic example of how seemingly ordinary coins can turn into incredibly valuable treasures. If you have one of these in your collection, take a closer look, it might just be worth a small fortune. And remember, in the world of coin collecting, rarity and condition are everything. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the 1989 P Washington Quarter, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you never miss out on future videos about rare and valuable coins. Let me know in the comments if you've ever come across a coin that surprised you with its value. I'd love to hear your stories. Until next time, happy collecting. 2006 P Washington Quarter dollar coin that's worth millions of dollars. Yes, you heard that right, millions. So, grab your magnifying glass and let's get started. First, let's get a quick overview of this fascinating coin. The 2006 Washington quarter dollar was issued as part of the 50-state quarters program, which began in 1999 and ran through 2008. This program celebrated each state's unique history, culture, and symbols by creating a special quarter for each state. So, the 2006 Mint Mark quarter is from the year when we saw the release of quarters for states like Nevada, Nebraska, and Colorado. Now, this coin isn't just any ordinary quarter. When it was originally minted, its face value was just 25 cents, but due to a rare set of circumstances, some of these coins have turned out to be worth far more than anyone could have imagined. Before we go into what makes this coin so valuable, let's first understand how it was made. The Mint mark stands for the Philadelphia Mint, which is where this coin was produced. The 2006 quarters were struck at this mint alongside the Denver Mint. But there's something special about the Philadelphia Mint strikes that we'll get to in a minute. The quarters from this year were part of the series honoring the different states, with intricate designs reflecting key elements from each state. However, what makes the 2006 coin unique is a rare error that was discovered after the coins were released to the public. Here's where things get really interesting. While the 2006 Washington quarter appears normal to the naked eye, some quarters from that year were mistakenly struck with a huge minting error. They were struck with the wrong dies, leading to double strikes or off-center designs. Now, this isn't common in coinage, and when this happens, the value of a coin skyrockets. In this case, the double strike, particularly when it's highly visible, creates a coin that can be worth tens of thousands, or in some rare instances, millions of dollars. So, if you have a 2006 Washington quarter and notice any unusual characteristics, it might be time to get it appraised. And it's not just the double strikes. Some of these coins were struck on foreign planchets, which is another factor that can make them incredibly valuable. Imagine getting your hands on a coin that's not only a mistake, but also a piece of history that's one in a million. Now, if you're wondering how to find one of these rare 2006 quarters in your own collection, you'll want to start by looking for certain signs. First, check for a double strike. A typical double strike coin will show the design more than once, with one image slightly misaligned or layered on top of another. Next, check for signs of off-center strikes. If the design seems to be off-center or too far to one side, that's another potential indicator that this coin could be worth much more than its face value. Take your time inspecting coins, especially if they're from rolls or change that you've received recently. The error might be subtle, but the payoff can be huge. So, you found a 2006 Washington quarter that you think might be worth a lot more than 25 cents. What's next? Well, getting it professionally graded by a certified numismatic expert is your best bet. The grading process will not only verify whether the coin is a legitimate rare find, but it will also determine its market value based on the error type and its condition. Be prepared to send your coin off for grading, as this can take some time, but it's totally worth it when you're holding $1 million coin in your hands. Once it's graded, you'll know exactly how much it could be worth. Let's take a look at some real-life examples of 2006 Washington quarter dollar coins that sold for huge amounts. At a major auction, a double-strike 2006 Washington quarter was sold for $1.3 million. Yes, you heard that right, over $1 million. And that wasn't an isolated case. There are multiple reports of similar coins selling for six-figure amounts. So, the potential for profit is definitely there. So, there you have it, the 2006 Washington quarter dollar, a coin that may seem like any other at first glance but could turn out to be a hidden treasure worth millions. If you've got one of these coins in your collection or you happen to come across one, make sure to have it professionally appraised. 2013 Washington quarter dollar coin. You might be thinking, a 2013 coin. How could that be worth millions? Well, stick around because I'm about to blow your mind with some shocking details. The 2013 Washington quarter is part of the America the Beautiful quarter series. This coin, minted at the Denver Mint, features George Washington on the obverse, with the reverse depicting a national park, in this case, the Fort McHenry National Monument in Baltimore, Maryland. The design is iconic, but why are we talking about it today? Well, the 2013 D. Washington quarter has something extraordinary that sets it apart from the millions of regular quarters that were produced that year. Now, most of the 2013 D quarters you'll come across are pretty standard, worth just 25 cents. However, there's a rare phenomenon that can occur in coin production: mistakes, errors, or simply coins that were produced in a way that makes them stand out from the rest. These rare finds, especially in higher grades, can be worth a small fortune. One of the most valuable versions of the 2013 D. Washington quarter includes rare misprints, doubling, or even slight variations in the minting process that can go unnoticed by the average person. For instance, the infamous 2013 D. Washington quarters with certain die cracks or flaws have been spotted in certain collectors' circles, which makes them worth a lot more than their face value. While finding a 2013 D. Washington quarter worth millions might sound unbelievable, it's not entirely out of the question. Coins that have rare errors, like double dies, off-center strikes, or unique marks from the minting process, can fetch staggering amounts at auctions, especially if they're in pristine condition. Imagine finding a 2013 D quarter with an error, graded at MS 67 or higher. That's a coin that could sell for anywhere from $10,000 to over $1 million, depending on the rarity and demand. And that's where it gets exciting for collectors. Even if you don't have a coin worth $1 million, just a slight variation or a higher grade example could lead to hundreds or thousands of dollars in value. So, how do you know if you have one of these rare, valuable quarters? First, check for any signs of doubling on the date, mint mark, or Washington's portrait. This could be a sign of a double die error, which is highly sought after by collectors. You also want to inspect the edge of the coin for any abnormalities, like off-center strikes or other unique features that might have occurred during the minting process. Next, the condition of the coin is crucial. A coin with higher mint grades, such as MS 65 or higher, will always have a much higher value than a coin in average condition. The best way to determine the grade is to get it professionally evaluated by a reputable grading service like PCGS or NGC. Let's look at some real-life examples. Just a few years ago, a 2013 D. Washington quarter with a noticeable error sold for an astonishing $250,000 at auction. Another similar coin, in pristine condition and with a subtle die crack, fetched around $50,000. While these prices are rare, they show the immense potential that exists when you find a coin that stands out from the rest. So, if you're checking your change and find a 2013 D quarter that looks a little different or feels like it has some unique characteristics, don't just toss it aside, it could be a rare treasure in the making. If you're new to coin collecting, it's important to get familiar with how to spot rare errors and understand coin grading. Resources like books, online guides, and coin collecting forums can help you stay up to date on what to look for. And remember, even though the 2013 D. Washington quarter may not be the most famous coin in the world, it's the small, rare details that can turn a common coin into a fortune. 2017 P. Washington quarter dollar coin, a coin that's making headlines for potentially being worth millions of dollars. Yes, you heard that right, millions. So, grab your magnifying glass, because today we're going to break down what makes this coin so special and how you can identify one in your collection. The 2017 P quarter is part of the America the Beautiful Quarter series. The P mint mark stands for the Philadelphia Mint, where this coin was struck. It features the iconic George Washington design on the front, with a depiction of the Philadelphia Independence Hall on the reverse side, celebrating the 225th anniversary of the Liberty Bell's crack. But wait, why are we talking about it being worth millions? This coin wasn't designed to be rare. In fact, it was released as part of a regular series. However, something happened that turned the 2017 P quarter into a highly coveted piece among collectors. Here's the kicker: in 2017, for the very first time in U.S. history, a quarter was issued with the P mint mark. For over 200 years, quarters were only struck at the Philadelphia Mint without a mint mark, so this was a monumental shift. You see, the mint mark tells us where the coin was made. The P was previously only used on pennies, nickels, and dimes, but not quarters. Until now, this historic event is why the 2017 P Washington quarter caught the attention of collectors worldwide. The novelty of the mint mark was significant, but that's not all that makes it special. What really drives up the value of this coin is the presence of errors. As with many other coins, certain mistakes made during the minting process can turn a coin from ordinary to extraordinary. In the case of the 2017 P Washington quarter, some of these coins were released with rare errors like misstrikes, double strikes, or die cracks that make them incredibly valuable. One of the most famous errors occurred when a batch of these quarters was released without proper quality control, and the result was a batch of coins that were imperfectly minted, making them rarer and more sought after. Now that we know why the 2017 P is special, let's talk about its market demand. Coin collectors and investors are always on the lookout for rare pieces, and with the unique P mint mark and potential for errors, the 2017 P quarter has become a hot item. The value of a single quarter can range from a few dollars for a well-circulated coin, but in the case of error coins or perfectly preserved specimens, some of these coins have been sold for tens of thousands, even hundreds of thousands of dollars. For example, one particular 2017 P quarter with a significant error sold for over $200,000 at auction, making it one of the most valuable quarters ever sold. But this isn't just about finding a rare error coin, it's also about the rarity of well-preserved examples that appeal to collectors looking for pristine condition. Now, if you're thinking, hey, I've got some 2017 P quarters in my collection, how do I know if I've struck gold? Here's what to look out for. The P mint mark is on the obverse, or front, of the coin, right under George Washington's neck. It's easy to miss, so take a close look. Look for double strikes, die cracks, or misalignments. The more dramatic the error, the more valuable the coin could be. Coins in pristine, uncirculated condition, especially those with no signs of wear or tarnish, are the most desirable. The higher the grade, the higher the potential value. To answer the big question, is the 2017 P Washington quarter worth millions? The short answer is, yes, but only in rare cases. While most 2017 P quarters are worth their face value or a little more, error coins in pristine condition can fetch astronomical prices. The key is finding one of these rare pieces, keeping it in mint condition, and having it graded by a professional service. If you're lucky enough to find one of these rare error coins, you could potentially make thousands, or even millions of dollars, with the right buyer. And that's exactly why collectors are on the hunt for them. That's it for today's deep dive into the 2017 P Washington quarter dollar coin. Have you come across any 2017 P quarters in your collection? Or maybe you found an error coin? Let me know in the comments below. Don't forget to like this video if you found it helpful and subscribe for more awesome coin content. 1776 to 1976 Bicentennial Quarter. But wait, this isn't just any bicentennial quarter. We're talking about a rare, no mint mark version that could be worth up to $1.9 million. Sounds unbelievable, right? Well, stay tuned, because we're going to break down everything you need to know about this remarkable coin, its history, and why it's so valuable. First things first, let's talk about the coin itself. The 1776 to 1976 Bicentennial Quarter was issued to commemorate America's 200th anniversary of independence. You've probably seen these coins. They feature a distinctive reverse design, showcasing a colonial drummer with 13 stars, representing the original 13 colonies. The obverse has the traditional image of George Washington, but it's the minting details that really matter when it comes to its value. Now, here's where it gets interesting. While most of these bicentennial quarters were minted with a D or S mint mark, indicating they were produced in Denver or San Francisco, there's a rare version of this coin that has no mint mark at all. The mystery behind this is that it was struck in Philadelphia, which at the time was not producing coins with a mint mark. This unique characteristic makes it incredibly rare and highly sought after by collectors. So, why is this coin worth so much? Well, only a small number of these no-mint mark 1776 to 1976 bicentennial quarters were ever produced, making them extremely hard to find. In fact, the rarity of this coin is what drives its value to an astronomical $1.9 million. Yes, you heard that right, $1.9 million. Now, if you think you might have one of these in your coin collection, here's what to look for. The no-mint mark version has the same design as the standard bicentennial quarter, but without a mint mark under the word Liberty on the obverse side. This is key. If you see a D or S mint mark, it's a different coin altogether, and while still valuable, it won't reach the same price as this rare no mint mark version. Next, let's talk about the condition of the coin. Like most rare coins, the value increases significantly if the coin is in pristine condition. A coin that is graded MS 67 or higher could fetch the highest prices on the market. But even if your coin is in less than perfect condition, it can still be worth a significant amount, especially if it's one of the few remaining examples of the no mint mark variety. So, what should you do if you think you found one of these rare quarters? Well, the first thing you'll want to do is get it professionally graded. A certified coin grading service like PCGS or NGC can help you determine its authenticity and give it a grade, which is crucial for its value. Collectors and dealers alike are always on the lookout for these coins, and if you do happen to own one, it's highly recommended that you hold on to it. Coins like this don't come around very often, and as time goes on, their value could continue to rise. If you're in the market to buy or sell one of these rare coins, make sure you do your research, and consider contacting a reputable coin dealer or auction house that specializes in rare and valuable U.S. coins. To recap, the 1776 to 1976 bicentennial quarter without a mint mark is an incredibly rare coin, and if you've got one, you could be holding on to a treasure worth up to $1.9 million. It's amazing to think that such a small coin, commemorating a big piece of American history, can hold such immense value. Make sure to check your coin collections, and you might just find that rare gem.